it's been a long time. Where have you been? Where's my favorite mortgage guy? Where
How are you? So good to see you.
It's good to see you too. It's been a little bit of time since we've seen each other. And you know what? I heard it through the grapevine that you bought a new house. What in the heck is going on with you?
We did. My wife and my kids, well, interestingly enough, you can barely see it, but I'm wearing Alabama. My daughter, my first, went off to college. Um, Roll Tide, University of Alabama, playing soccer. And you know what? We were just looking at the home we had in Walnut Creek, big house, awesome. Kids grew up in it, a lot of amazing memories. But like as you start creeping towards empty nest, we kind of use my daughter going to college as a catalyst to think about, do we need all this house? We've been in there for 14 years, appreciated, so we had tons of equity, and we were like, you know what? Let's let's downsize a little bit. Never know where my kids are going to end up, but now we're like pretty flexible to go wherever. And yeah, we found a really cute house, awesome neighborhood in Concord, California. So 12
Wait a
more.
minute, just down the street. You didn't move too far, Concord. But you know what, Scott? There's so many people in your situation, and and congratulations to you. Congratulations. But let me ask you this question.
Sure.
Because I know, okay, this is like one of the big questions that I have with my clients is that they have this nice, beautiful house, and Walnut Creek is fabulous. I used to shop there all the time over there, and you're sitting on this equity, you have this great interest rate. Yeah, you have this big house, but it's like, I don't want to give up my interest rate. I don't want to give up my equity. I have to maybe pay more for another house, a smaller house, more than what I paid for this house. And I know it's all these things that are, you have to balance it out, but some of it's peace of mind and comfort moving to that next house. Like, what was that thought process for you and your wife? What kind of drove you and kind of that decision making process for you guys to make that move?
So I think first we looked at the economics, and we, you try to figure out what you can afford. The reality when we started the process, my wife and I are both in mortgage, so we're in the business,
Yes.
and we found really quickly that it's difficult if you want to buy a new home before you've sold your current residence. Like we had a mortgage, so like it's hard to qualify for two mortgages. We couldn't. In all honesty, we just could not. And that led us to, like a lot of people do, start with Google, find,
Wait, wait,
it's
wait,
like,
wait, wait. Wait a minute. Wait. My mortgage guy started with Google. Okay, everyone out there, you heard that. Even my mortgage professional, like I love him to death, but he started with Google. Everyone starts with Google. Okay, Can I get some stocks off of this one?
wow. I mean, really, it was, we'd heard about buy before you sell types of programs, but until you really are in the situation, um, we had to do like, so I had to find one. And luckily, we were able to find a program that, and I'm going to preface, there was the fee involved to be able to use this program, but it allowed us to, they essentially gave us a check. We could go put an offer on the new home, in which, in this particular case, because of the price point, we were able to make an all cash offer on that home. And Suzette, you're in the business too. Like the competitive advantage we had getting our new home, with an all cash offer versus a financed offer. Like it just put us at the top of the pile. And lo and behold, we found the house and we got it. So it was really awesome. And then the beauty of the program is it allowed us to then, again, I mentioned there's a fee, but if you're able to, we also know if you stage your home, you can usually make anywhere from 3 to 7% more on a staged home. And like, it's hard to stage your home and still be living in it. So it allowed us to move out. Listing agent. Now you're in Sacramento.
I know. You know
Creek.
what?
Otherwise, I would have had you do
I'm
it.
going to give him a pass. I'm going to give him a pass because he did not use me. You know what?
I would have felt bad.
I'm gonna love him from afar. I'm gonna love him from afar. He did not use my services, but we're gonna do some business together. So don't worry about that. We got each other. We got each other. We know. But he's giving some good nuggets right now.
I'm going to go off topic only because it is a lot of work when you're a really good real estate agent like Suzette is, and asking her to do home showings and appointments and drive all the way from Sacramento to Walnut Creek. Like it would be a little bit too much to ask. And I wouldn't have that. I mean,
Yeah.
look, to everybody seeing this, if you're looking for a property in Sacramento, there's no better. If you're going to list your home or need some help to buy your home, Suzette is who you go to. But going back to my story, we got into our home. Funny enough, I used my cousin's husband is also a broker out of Santa Cruz. And we did probably everything the right way to show a house. We got pictures. It looked amazing. I will tell you, it didn't sell as fast as I would have liked. And I had to have an uncomfortable conversation with my broker family member who was, regardless, giving me an amazing deal. It's not a good deal if your house doesn't sell. And I truly learned the power of local.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I had to fire my cousin-in-law.
Wait. Okay. Wait a minute, everyone. You guys are getting so many nuggets. You guys are getting so many nuggets out of this interview. Wait a minute, Scott. We didn't start off this way, but I think I'm gonna have to. I need to have a few little snippets out of this conversation. But I do want to go back to one quick thing. Is that
Sure.
when there's a lot of advertisements about these companies that say we will buy your house for cash and we will come in there and you don't have to do anything. Like, I know that works for such a small amount of folks out there. And this is not that. I want to make sure people understand this is not that. You have to compare apples to apples, not oranges to apples. It's not any comparison. I am not a fan of those companies unless you're just in dire straits and you need someone to come in and save the day and be the savior, and you just have no other options. And I really believe that you do have options because you have realtors like me that really care and that can come in and help you out. But those cash, buy your house for cash, please consult a regular realtor first before you use that. So this is not that. This is where Scott used the service, and he'll get more into it. There was a fee, but he had to look at the return on investment. So again, his return on investment was that he was able to move out of the house, he was able to stage his house, he was able to sell his house, and that gave him some additional return that probably gave him some additional profit. And then also being able to be competitive with the new house that he bought, it was able to get him into the house that he wanted. And if you're not in the Bay Area or East Bay Area, that is a very highly, desired area for most people to come and live. So it's very competitive also. So to be in certain streets, near different schools, different sections of Concord, Walnut Creek, is very important to be location, location, location is everything, especially in California, especially in the Bay Area. So for him to be able to make that move when he wanted to was very important to be able to utilize a program like that. So I just wanted to make sure that when you're listening to this, because I know I don't want people to think that one program is the same as another, and it's very much not. So I just want to just kind of put that caveat in there, because there is a fee, but again, when you're working with a realtor, like with Scott, when as a mortgage person, or me as a realtor that really understands these programs, we look and we weigh those options and we help you make that decision also. I just want to just make sure I add that in there.
Nope, super, super helpful. And again, so I'm not wearing my lender hat in this conversation. I was the home buyer and home seller, and those are the people we're talking to on this video. And so when I'm thinking about our finances, typically you're going to pay the listing agent, you're going to pay the buyer agent, and I'm going to look at you all right now and say both sides earn every penny. But in this case, there's a third party buy before you sell company that it's another, in our particular case, yeah, I'm not going to go percentages, but it's in line with the percentages you're paying your agents. So again, on one hand, it could be pricey. On the other hand, there was absolutely no way we were going to be able to get in the market, get the house that we wanted without using one of these types of programs. And so at the end of the day, we were able to move out, get the house we wanted, stage our house, get top dollar. I may not have got exactly what I had hoped, but you know what? All sellers in this particular market, and I'm going to say this a little tongue in cheek, might have an inflated view of what their house is worth. The reality is the market will pay what it's worth, and that's just what it is. So you pay for great representation, and then you do the right things, you do what you're asked, and hopefully the house and where you live gets you that top dollar. I will say we were happy with the service. We were happy with the price we got for our house. You could always be happier if it's more, but we were happy. It covered those fees that I'm talking about. And like I said, got my family into a great new situation, and I'm mortgage free. So it all worked out.
I just want to know, do you have a pool? Do you have a pool?
No, you know what? We sold the house with the pool, and what I will tell you is, while pools are really great in theory, like we had the cost of a pool guy that came every other week. I don't have those costs anymore. I don't have gardeners. I don't have a pool guy. I don't have to worry about my wife looking at the pool guy. Just kidding.
Well, I was just wanting to have the invitation for the pool party. That's, because summer is coming. So that's what I was looking forward to.
No, well, actually, it's so funny. My son still does swim team with, so we belong to a local pool the entire time we were at this house. And so like I paid for two pools. So like I'm actually happy not paying for a pool anymore.
Nice, nice, nice. Perfect. So, Scott, I know that you have to get out because you need to go take your son somewhere, but this was a great conversation. So, to everyone out there, you know me. My name is Suzette Loggins. I'm your local premier realtor here in the greater Sacramento. I service Sacramento, Roseville, Granite Bay, Folsom, Elk Grove, all here in Northern California. And I just want to bring it to you straight. These times we're in right now, it is crazy, but it does not have to be crazy, because we have to be laser focused on what you need. And I want to bring people like here, like Scott here, that can just break. We just had a conversation, and look how many nuggets you got. And let me have Scott just introduce himself and let him tell you about him.
Right. So my name's Scott Thompson. I'm a lender with New American Funding. I'm also known as Mr. Mortgage Man. You can find me at mrmortgageman.com. I help home buyers, investors, and homeowners with the loan process. I like making mortgage simple, easy to understand, and I help real estate agents, great agents like Suzette, get more deals and save time. And so hopefully on our next conversation, one of the reasons I went to New American Funding, had I known they had this buy before you sell product when we bought our home, I definitely would have used it. It's called NAF Cash, and I'm going to save that conversation for our next video. So hopefully Suzette will have me back, and I'd love to share that with all of you, and hopefully talk to you soon.
Yeah, great. And for all of you out there, if there's anything that you want to hear about, please put it in the comments below. You know what? No topic is off limit here. So we have some good programs that's coming up, some good conversations. So we will see you later. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.